Hey, what if you already are a superhero, but nobody told you what your powers were, how to use them, how to develop them? Well, that's really the truth. We really came here, we have superpowers, and we are meant to be superheroes. Just no one told us how to develop our powers or what they were. So we were educated by people who weren't aware that we were superheroes. They kept telling us how we weren't superheroes and that we need to watch out, there was trouble, we're going to get all these things. And we had no idea that we had these superpowers and we never developed them. Well, that's really the story for us. It sounds kind of funny, but that's the truth of the matter. But there is within us a PossiDude, a connection to our Creator that allows us access to everything we ever wanted to know. But no one ever really told us in a way we could understand. They tried to tell us in many different ways. We never really could understand what it was. Well, what if there's a way where you can begin to identify those powers in your own life from your own experience and begin to see these powers work each and every time? They never fail. These are what we call them truths. These are truths. Just like gravity, when I drop something, it hits the ground each and every time. There's no question about it. I can argue, do all that kind of stuff with it, but it's not going to change the fact it's going to hit the ground when I drop something. Well, there's spiritual truths that we come here with. I hate to mention the word spiritual because so many things have been linked to that, but let's just let that lie for a minute. There are truths that work each and every time if I apply them, and they make me into the superhero that I always wanted to be. Now, I didn't know this for a lot of years. It took a lot of identification from me. Many people tried to help me along the way, like with all of us, and I didn't understand it was something I had to do. I had to live that way. Well, I began to identify, and I'm continue to learn every day. I haven't got to the end yet, and I'm never going to get to the end. But what if we could give to our kids a way to identify so they could get out of trouble every time? That they could then know that there was a resource available. They could use their superpowers from the get-go to learn how to access and build those superpowers to be the superhero they're always meant to be. Wouldn't that be the most valuable thing you could give your kids? Above any information that might be out there, any type of material thing out in the world, wouldn't you want them to know that they could go to a source that would never fail them? Of course you do. So what we're trying to do is identify how that is, not from my experience or from any book or anybody telling you how to do it, but from your own living experience in the day that you're in. What principles do you apply? When you get angry at your boss, what do you got to do? Identify what you do. Give names to it. Identify it. Recognize these things are true every time in your life. I'm going to give you examples from my experience about the principles that I've come to identify in my life. See if you can identify them in your own life. And when you can identify them and you recognize that they don't fail, not only does it benefit you, but now you have something that when you see your kids in trouble or struggling with something, you have something to give them that will serve them each and every time. And they can develop that ability to become whoever they want to be. We can give them that. It's inside us and it's inside them. And we're going to access that. And what I want you to do is post your experience, your comments on this blog. Because it's not about me. It's about allowing these powers to manifest through us. And how do you do that? Share with us on this blog. It'll be an exciting adventure we can take together. Thank you so much for listening. Let's help to make it a positive day, huh? Thanks.